Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of New to Weeaboo. This is number 169 for April 1st, 2026. I am Nemesis, and I'm joined by Alcatraz.
Hello.
Yeah, a couple things going on, I guess, that I caught my eye. Actually, it's something I forgot to mention last time, which annoys me, because, Seven Seas Entertainment got bought by another company. They do manga publishing in the U.S. and whatnot. And they got bought by another company, and their people are freaked out because, well, this other company that bought them, oh, hey, guess what they're all in on? AI.
Yep.
Which is not great considering, Seven Seas Entertainment does the whole, translation thing, which,
Yeah, we're going to see a whole bunch of AI
translated
stuff.
However, before you get too cynical, I want to know, funny enough, literally like hours before this buyout was announced, a whole bunch of the Seven Seas staff, like almost all of them were like at a convention or something, all said the same thing, which is we are 100% against use of generative AI, particularly in translations. And they've said that they more or less, the company that bought them has clarified that they will not be forcing them to use AI for any generative translations or whatever.
Hopefully they stick to that.
Yeah, so basically now it's Seven Seas Entertainment is now on thin ice. We have to keep an eye out and just, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense.
Watch for staff changes.
Yeah, watch for staff changes, watch for oddities in the translations.
Yeah, well, because what may end up, we won't, and then the parent company goes, no, do it now, and then the staff will go, screw you, I'm not doing it.
We're also seeing the first signs of the AI bubble popping, finally.
Maybe, yeah, there's some signs here and there, but...
I mean, the Sora thing
Sora's been shut down.
After a month. Microsoft's rolling back Copilot a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, we're also seeing an upswing of more and more projects having a little disclaimer saying this product is made entirely by humans.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that the bubble pops. We're keep talking at work about how to deal with it because there's no standardization amongst everyone, and I'm just saying, like, please just give me the green light to just hit the kill button.
Kill it.
So let me hit the campus-wide kill button, please.
Yeah. That's one thing I completely forgot to mention that last time, but there was they showed off a trailer for the new Patlabor OVA coming out this summer. Patlabor Easy Y or Easy.
Man, that's one that's been around for a while.
And there's also, hey, look, that voice that had the OP in the trailer. It's like, hey, that sounds familiar. Yeah, it's Mori Calliope.
Mori Calliope?
Yeah, doing another anime OP.
Good for her.
Yep, that's 2 now, plus an ED. And also a Patlabor.
Patlabor. That's like I was saying, that one's been around for a while. That's a big name. I
guess this ties into actually to what we're talking about this episode, which is they announced that season 3 of Frieren will be coming in October of 2027. Hey, more Frieren.
Yeah, when you watch this season, you go, yeah, there has to be a third.
No, there doesn't. That's the thing. We've seen a lot of anime just kind of stop.
I know, but it's like there needs, there's more here. So is the manga on hiatus?
It has been off and on. I believe it's on hiatus right now. It's been on hiatus off and on. It's only been around for a little bit, so it's like, there's actually not that much material considering, which is part of the reason why this season was so short.
Yeah, that was a point to bring up. It's only 10 episodes.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about is Frieren season 2.
Yeah.
So no Frieren. Or say Frieren.
No Frieren.
Frieren Beyond Journey's End.
Yeah.
Yeah, so again, it's about the elf mage named Frieren and her she was part of the party of heroes to go defeat the Demon King with Himmel in particular, and Hater and
Eisen.
But now, that's all done and dusted, and at least 2 of the party members are dead now. That's how things kicked off with Himmel dying in the first episode of season 1.
Yep. Because
of old age. And then now she is going out with Fern, her apprentice, now also first class mage, and Stark, their frontliner, who wields an axe and is kind of
he's a lot stronger than he thinks he is.
Well, there's that, but also there's the whole thing of like, he's the one who's a little scared of the other 2. He's a little scared of Frieren and Fern because how are you so calm? How are you so calm right now?
Yeah.
It's the continuation of the adventures as they've gone into the northern territories, particularly the northern plateau, where there's a lot of monsters. And they're like, because initially one of the first episodes was like, wow, that monster is strong. Yeah. It's just they're getting stronger from here.
Yep.
Oh, fun.
Oh, yay.
It's, once again, the various misadventure. I mean, most of the good chunk of this season, particularly I would say the first half, is just each episode just a new random thing that's happened to them or they encounter or, pieces of Frieren's past or whatever, with the second half being largely one specific group of demons and then a little bit of an epilogue-ish thing going on. That's kind of the structure. And yes, it is still very much the same anime that we loved the first time around. Just more of it.
Yeah. Yeah. If you like the first season, which why wouldn't you?
I don't know. I've seen people popping up and say, I never really liked Frieren.
Well, they're wrong.
Yeah, no, they're wrong. People say opinions can't be wrong. This is a wrong opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. If you like the first one, you'll like the second one. I will say that I don't think it hits quite the same highs as the first season did, but it's still good in its own right.
Yeah, because I think the phrase I used for the first season was beautiful melancholy.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't quite hit the same
It's not quite the same thing. This is kind of more of an upswing in that regard because it's like we're kind of a little bit further away from Himmel's death and everything. Frieren is still kind of the whole thing where she still hasn't quite figured out her and Himmel's thing that they had, which is
right.
It's gonna when that hits, it's gonna hit like a truck.
Yeah.
When she realizes one, Himmel's in love with her, and two, she's probably in love with Himmel too. Just she's kind of stupid about it.
Yeah.
And of course, being elf kind of takes her hundreds of years to figure out. Oh, wait a minute. Versus a person will figure it out in make a couple months, hopefully.
Although she did have the breakdown at his funeral.
Yeah, but she still doesn't quite.
But yeah.
I remember she still didn't quite get it.
Yep.
She just knew she was sad, really, really sad, and she didn't know why, which is in of itself sad.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the tragedy of it. We're going to see that. Yeah, it's just Frieren fumbled the bag. This is what Frieren is about.
Yeah,
she fumbled it, and this is the consequences of her fumbling. Yeah, we get this stuff like they encounter these crystals, which like, hey, yeah, guess what? They completely just block mana from being used. You can't use magic with these crystals around. I mean, you can use it basically as a light if you dump mana on them, but yeah, they're kind of dangerous for Fern and Frieren because, well, they're completely helpless with around them.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they fall into a cave just full of them.
Of course,
and a
because you would
monster.
have to.
And Stark had to do all the work.
Yep.
As you see multiple times, I can't move, my legs gave out.
That was kind of a running gag.
Or when Frieren has a huge debt to pay.
Oh,
and she doesn't even know how big it is because, you can keep the change. This will not come anywhere near what you owe us. And so now you have to work in the mines. And I guess this is the end of our journey. Bye, guys.
Bye. She just accepts it.
Well, she clearly is upset with it, but there's not much you can do.
Yep.
I mean, I think you just run. Just run.
But it turns out, no, all she needed to do was, find the silver vein and yep, your work here just paid off your debt in multitudes.
Yep. Because and then they got cut to Fern and Stark going, we're about to bust you out.
No need.
Oh yeah, another person from Frieren's travels, the dwarf who was looking for that alcohol, the spirit.
Yeah.
Which he's like, it had those engravings say it was the best alcohol ever. Yeah, it's like turns out it's garbage. Frieren's had it before. She actually even knew the elf who made it.
Yep, and it was garbage then. It's like a joke.
Yeah, she just did that she's just one of the troll people.
But it was fine in the end because even if it's bad, you're drinking with friends.
Because it's like she was worried about he's devoted his whole life to finding this, and he's going to be so upset when he finds that's awful. And no, he was kind of upset, but just drink it I'm here with friends. Just drink it.
Yep.
Now I got to share it with everyone. It's like, hey, you got to taste this.
God, that's horrible. You want some more? Yeah. It's like that Star Trek scene.
Yep. Or the Southern hero, even.
Yeah, that was a really interesting one.
Yeah. Yeah, someone who she
Hero
met
of the
before.
South, yeah.
Apparently he even knew when he was going to die because of,
his ability was to see the future.
Yep. And he knew that also that Frieren is going to meet Himmel and that she was going to join him on his journey because he knew she was going to turn him down because he asked her to join him, but he still went with it anyway.
Yep.
Because it's one of those things. It's weird. It's interesting. You kind of have to you know what's coming, but you just kind of have to go along with it anyway.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, you can't actually change it, which kind of sucks, but...
Yeah, particularly, again, when you know exactly when you're going to die and how you're going to die.
Yeah. In some cases, it can help, because you get into a situation where it goes, I've already seen how I die. It wasn't here.
It wasn't here. I could just keep... I know it could be as reckless as I want.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you always have that, well, this is the day.
Yep. Oh, no, this is the day.
That was a very interesting thing.
And then you might get into a premonition level of thing. If you try to stop it, that's actually what causes it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then a good chunk of the season, though, was when they come upon a town that's been attacked by demons. And, they made up with some, hey, remember the people from that first-class mage test thing? Hey, look, let's look up Method and Geno.
Yep.
Geno, yeah.
Geno, I think that's
Geno.
Yeah.
You know, the Method, of course,
German.
she still loves her little small, cute things, including Frieren.
Yep.
And it's like, can I pat your head? No. I'll give you a tome. You can do whatever you want.
Oh, yeah, what spell did she get? What was the grimoire?
She got all sorts of grimoires,
Oh,
which are
some
just
of them were
the most useless nonsense. But
except for that last one at the bridge. Even her party members were like, "Yep, that's worth
Fern
it."
loved it
Just
too.
Immediately once they heard what it was, it's like, "Yep."
Let you flip the perfect pancake every time.
Yep. Grimoire to make you flip a perfect pancake every time. Even Fern was like, "Yes."
What was that? One of the grimoires was I remember one of them was very much the ability to say tongue twister without messing up.
Yep, that was the one at the lake, the huge lake.
Yep. Yeah, but eventually, they wound up meeting up with them, and it turns out there's a big old demon attack, and they wound up teaming up to fight these demons, including one that's like, oh yeah, the reason he's so scary is because he's got 4 arms and can summon magic swords, which basically defy the natural order by being simultaneously heavy and lightweight, and it's kind of insane. Revolt. And he's got basically a Lamia with 4 arms.
Yep. 4-armed Lamia. He wears blinders, but he can still see.
Yeah.
But he's an expert swordsman.
2 other demons, Herman and Zorita. And there's also Yoon, but who's fascinated with humans because she just wants to know why they're like that.
Yeah. She's, the cute, the little cute one.
She's disarming. He's like, oh yeah, all right, forget though. This is a race entirely made up of sociopaths.
Yep.
Yeah, so there's the big old fight thing. It's interesting because it's Stark and Genau versus Revolt, and they're kind of. It's one of those things. It's like they kind of told up front that Stark will lose essentially if he fights him, particularly head on. Stark does that anyway. Eventually,
Stark's too stupid to die.
Although he did almost die.
He did almost die, but he didn't.
Yeah, and like. That was kind of that was what I want to say. The animation during that fight was really good.
Yeah, you can definitely tell where they put their effort.
Where the budget's going because everything else mostly just walking around and talking to people. But this is a fight. This is where all the money's going.
Yeah.
And it's just like you got Genau's encountered Revolt before, and like he's lost his partner because of him. And I was even tricked by Yun a little bit. But there's another kid because he just acted. Oh crap! It's Yun in disguise who stabbed him, and then he just killed her
right there.
Like, Yun's a smile. I did. Huh? What? And she dissolves away. And meanwhile, Frieren, and Method are in the woods with the other 2 demons, and Frieren is just so funny. Like the demons kind of put out this magic mist that basically blocks them from sensing mana, and at one point, like Frieren and Fern are talking, and Frieren just points, and Fern just barely puts up a shield in time, and then Frieren tells her, "You can find him."
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't even tell. If you hadn't pointed, we would have been dead. And
he's like, you can find him.
Yeah,
you got this.
You got it.
You got this.
Like,
though.
What?
And sure enough, she had it. So did Method. Though Method. It's interesting. We got this thing with Method. Apparently, comes from a clan of people who are who dedicated their lives to hunting demons. And it was interesting when she was fighting Zorita noticed that there was like no like anger or violence. Basically, there's no murderous intent behind her magic, which is interesting.
Yeah, because that was sort of how they were detecting things.
Yeah, and there's no murderous intent there. It's like, oh crap. It was like almost like Method's just kind of playing, which is kind of scary.
Mm-hmm. But it works to disguise the attacks too.
Yeah, but there's the other thing too, which is interesting with the Fern there. Eventually, she was able to get out of get away and out of range of being able to detect it, and then just and like what because you actually see it's cool. There's a big reflection in the water. You see this just glowing. You assume it's the moon.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the moon.
That's not the
It's
moon.
Fern. And she basically just like snipes Herman. Just snipes him.
Yep.
From so far away, and then helps Zarita too.
Yeah, because the fog, not only was the fog blocking their ability to detect mana because they were surrounded by it, they couldn't pick anything out. It was also being used to detect.
Yeah, because Fern's really good at hiding, but well, if she can be detected that easily, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because all the fog was detecting her, so she got out of the fog.
But yeah,
and
she
way
got
out
sort
of
of
range.
range, and then that was the thing was like it calls back to remember way back when
The cliffside.
Yeah, the cliffside where Fern's shooting that rock from across the the cliff.
Yep.
And it's like she got pinpoint. She has pinpoint accuracy from pretty far away, which is really good
with high power at that level, at that distance too. That was the other big key, which then comes into play again. In the snowfield at the very end.
Yeah. There's also I kind of skipped right over, which is Fern and Stark went on a date.
Ah, yes, they went on a date. It went horribly, but it was okay at the end.
That was the thing, yeah, because like Fern's like, I was like, you're not acting like yourself, and Stark admits that he just asked Frieren for help because he didn't know he basically, and he says because he was trying to make it perfect for Fern, and Fern's like, oh okay, because Fern was like, she wasn't really enjoying herself necessarily, but when she saw that Stark was really trying hard for her,
he's just kind of dumb. But his heart's in the right place.
Yeah, and so that's one of the things. So it's like kind of endearing, which for me is a little unfortunate because head slop. But hey, oh well, can't win them all. Yeah, that was some fun times there. Just because like at one point, Stark asked her to stop being so mean to him, and then she's like, okay. And then she was like, you want to hug? He's like, what are you doing? What are you planning? I'm scared. Kawhi.
Stop being mean to me. Okay. Oh no, this is weird now.
Okay, I'll stop being mean. And I'm scared now.
You being nice to me is just more terrifying than mean.
Yeah, and then there's a couple bits there at the end with what was I thinking of? It was there's the bridge.
The bridge.
Yeah, there's another guy which Frieren met before on her previous journeys, and
it was a dwarf that was trying to build a bridge.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's a completed bridge. It's really well built. Why is no one using it? Oh, because there's this nest of monsters right there.
That anyone who tries to use it, they'll attack and throw off the bridge.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's a problem.
So they take care of it.
That was a pretty easy cleanup job.
And then it turns out, because this thing, his white village was wiped out, and it's like, I kind of feel it's like he's been all alone. It's actually, no, he has not been alone for a while.
200 years is a long time for a village.
He points it out.
Regrown.
A village can be rebuilt in 200 years, Frieren.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has basically a whole village again. He's actually happy again.
Yep.
Yep, really
he accomplished his goal. Frieren came back to, I guess, get repayment. I guess just
because there's the whole thing there. That's another interesting thing we saw with it. Yeah, Hemel. That was one interesting thing was the Hemel. It was like why we always take payment is because it's the thing about human psychology. People don't like owing other people.
Right.
And so by taking payment, even if it's something like, I just want that book. Like that was the thing. Hemel took a journal.
Yep.
A blank journal as payment because this way people feel like they have, they're not in debt to you. There has been payment has been agreed upon and okay, because you helped me and I gave you this thing, everything's good.
Yep. Otherwise you have this, even if you don't intend to hold a debt over their head,
they feel
it anyway. And they're like, oh, I've got to do something for that. It's like, I don't want that. So I'll take something as payment to not have that. It's a really interesting point of view. It's really cool.
Yeah, because of one of the things was because they got trapped at a village for quite a while because of the storm. It was the storms, and eventually they want to cross the lake, and the guy's like, "It's dangerous, and you have to pay me." And so that's not enough. But supposedly Hemel's memoirs are on that island, but there's a barrier. If you can get down that barrier and get the memoirs, I'll take you across. And yeah, they get there, and it's then you got Frieren is able to read it, and it is confirmed it is Hemel's.
That's the journal.
That's the journal she remembers, and it's his handwriting and everything. And then he's like, "Keep it. It clearly means a lot more to you." It's like because you had that look.
You had that look. It means a lot more to
Because
you than it does to me.
he didn't know initially that Frieren was part of the heroes party. He didn't recognize her or anything because he didn't never met them. He just knew about Himmel. But he knew about there was a elf mage with them, and then I was like, you must be. And so how did you know? Because the way you looked when you read that book.
Yep. He's like, keep it. Everything else in this is just as valuable.
So valuable. You've paid for this trip multiple times over.
Yep.
It's just a nice little bit where it's like, yeah, it's just a day to day. Because like talking about, because yeah, one of the things that was interesting, I like that was Himmel talking about how sometimes adventures are just the really crappy days, too. Just the really crappy things happening, and that's part of the adventure.
Yep, that's an adventure is the ups and the downs.
And sometimes it's just you got multiple days of just utter boredom.
Yep. Like they were dealing with there, where they were just trapped in the town because
it's boring.
Their option is try to go around and take months and possibly die in blizzard, or wait because you can't cross in the storm.
Lame it out like cross taken.
So they're stuck.
Yeah, I love those little things because yeah, it's her. We see those little memories of Himmel and like Frieren. Remember that, and yeah, it's an interesting thing too. I loved at the end. It's like yeah, it's cliche as hell, but I love it. Because that's why you do this because that's what Himmel will have done. And then eventually it's like Fern is like Stark asked Fern why you keep believing me. He's like because that's what Frieren would do.
Yep,
it's like oh no.
Yeah, it's a rhyme. It's like a poem.
It's so cliche, but man,
yeah,
it hits you.
It's good though. Like cliches, sometimes a cliche is there for a reason.
Yeah, and one thing also, like, it's just the way Frieren is. It's like yeah, she's the older lady she's supposed to be like the one in charge of everything. But honestly, so half the time Fern's the one that has to take care of her, like she's a child.
Well, yeah, because like. So many times Frieren is like a teenager.
Yeah.
She acts so much like a teenager. Which
sometimes it makes you wonder if she really is, by elf standards, a teenager.
Yeah, I think she is. Like, she's an adult, but also Fern's the mom. That's just the way it is.
Frieren, you spent all our money again. Listen, this magic item is really hard to get, and...
Yep.
Or like, yeah, but that funny thing, I love that at the end, it's like, well, I knew this was going to happen, so I basically hide away half our money from her.
Yeah.
And then Frieren's, this is why I'm proud of you, Fern, and pats her on the head, and Fern just
yes, I did good.
has that look on her face where she's so happy. What was it? The people call it the penguin Fern. Because her hands are out to her sides and everything, and she just looks so happy. It's just so funny because it's like not even calling up the fact that the fact that you had to hide away half the money just so she wouldn't spend it on useless trinkets.
Yep.
No, but she just happily accepts the praise for having the foresight to hide that away.
Unfortunately, now Frieren knows where the rest of the money is.
Yeah. Or those times there's like it's has to keep wake up Frieren, or like she's still asleep even though they're in danger.
5 more hours. Yeah, I'm with Frieren on that. Give me another 5 hours. Let me sleep some more.
Yeah. So yeah, those little bits are lovely.
Yeah, I also like that in the last episode they were clearing out monsters to set up a barrier for basically a mining operation.
Yep.
But the little bit at the end where it turns out like the guy who put him out there is not there to mine; it's there to preserve.
Yep. Because he went out there.
This is my native land, and I want everyone to be able to see this.
I saw that, and that's what inspired me to become an adventurer.
Yeah, and I want other people to be able to see this. So he wants to preserve it and not mine
that
it.
Also, the thing was the other thing about it was interesting because that a hot spring they went to that was way out of the way. It's just a little puddle essentially, just only deep enough to put your feet in.
Oh yeah, that whole one, yeah.
And it's like it's not worth the trip, but and Stark wanted to go because he heard it from Eisen.
That the view.
And it's kind of it's stuff like that. It's like it's utterly pointless. There's a pain in the butt to get there. But you get there, and it's like right, this is kind of worth it just for looking, just for kind of being here with your friends and just seeing this.
Yep. There's literally
sometimes just slow down and just look in the sights.
Yeah, and sometimes you get those places like you realize there's literally nowhere else on the planet to see what you are seeing right there.
Mm-hmm. That kind of makes it worth it.
Mm-hmm. And then sometimes the end is not the goal. Sometimes the journey is the goal.
It's about the journey.
Yep.
Even if it's over. Wait, what? Yeah, the other thing was also at the very end, there's a bit of an epilogue with, what's his face? One of
Learning.
the other mages. Yeah.
With learning.
Yep, learning. And his whole thing, where he's clearly got hell-bent on fighting this demon, and it looks like retaking his homeland.
Yeah, they talk about what the 7 demons or something.
And they're like, yeah, that was the one thing, yeah, but he's going to fight this guy. And also, they're like, he's going to die. Denkin.
Yeah, Dankin, not learning.
Yeah, and Denkin was the guy with the monocle.
Yeah.
And like, he's going to die. And he's like, I'm going to do it anyway, because it needs to be done.
Yep. It was Learning and Edel that gave him the mission.
Yeah. And then, like, also, there was also a bit with Werble and Ere were there. And then other mages, I remember them, which they're trying to recruit Stark. Because we really need people like you. Yeah, but I need to be here with Frieren and Fern, because, she believes in me.
Mm-hmm.
She's someone who believed in me, and I, It's like, all right. Which is, a nice little thing there.
Yeah, they talked about the 7. I can't remember the exact names of the 7 demons that are like super high ranking. One
of them was Aura. Hey, remember her?
Aura is one of them. The snake dude that died was one of the other ones.
Yep.
And Denkin is now going after the Golden Lands.
Yep.
Is it basically a Midas demon or something?
I don't know.
Everything he touches turns to gold.
Who knows?
But yep.
Also, it's interesting stuff here. Some interesting stuff, actually, because I started seeing some things, actually, not just about Frieren, but like Japanese fantasy in general, medieval fantasy, which is interesting, because you notice how, like, the way they talk about stuff, like, there's a bit where, like, Frieren mentions she can't do high-level priest spells because that's kind of not her thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and stuff, but, like, a method can.
Right. Different schools.
Talking about leveling and whatnot, so they almost, and like first-class mages and so on and so, like, there's actual, like, kind of game logic to this whole thing.
I see that a lot. And
there's a reason for that. I actually found out about this way back when what they're trying to I got some conflicting info with this part, but they're kind of bringing over Dungeons and Dragons to Japan,
right?
Or at least a similar tabletop RPG,
right?
And to advertise it, they made a manga. And this is pretty much Japan's really first encounter as a whole at a mass scale with Western medieval fantasy. And because it was a manga that was selling the game, it used the game logic in the story, because it's trying to sell you the tabletop game.
Right.
And it got really popular. The manga got really popular beyond just being an ad for a game.
Right.
So, and then, of course, that goes on to...
It became the basis for the whole genre.
People who read that as kids, grew up, and read their own manga and whatnot, and light novels and anime, and they used that because that was so popular. So then all these other medieval fantasy stuff like that, stories, also use game logic. Even if they, like Frieren, there is no game. Really. It's not a game. It's not a video game or a tabletop game. It's not like that. It's not isekai. It's a fantasy, but it still uses game logic because of that one thing. Because the other part is, in the West here, one of the biggest influences on the fantasy genre as a whole is Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
As well as D&D. D&D was also inspired by Lord of the Rings.
It was a huge one.
But some fantasy is also inspired by just the D&D gamification of it, the genre as well. But that particular, in Japan, Lord of the Rings never took off because the first attempt to translate it to Japanese was really bad. It was a really bad translation that was really clunky and difficult to read, and considering how big the book is, the books.
Yeah, books, yeah.
It never took off. It was never really popular in Japan. It was pretty much like a very, pretty much largely unknown property in Japan until the movies came out many, many years later. But even then, by that point, the original exposure to medieval fantasy had already kind of taken hold. And so basically, that's why so much like light novels, manga, and anime are just so gamified when it comes to medieval fantasy.
Yep.
It's kind of an interesting little thing I found out about recently.
Yeah, it completely makes sense. Completely makes sense.
Because they have no real Lord of the Rings influence, which doesn't have the game logic in it.
They have it through tangent that Dungeons and Dragons brought with it.
So basically, for them, fantasy means game logic.
Yeah.
Even if, like we've done with Roll Over and Die recently, had the whole thing with the scan, which that's really a game thing, but it's just part of what the lore there. So that's just kind of, I find that kind of interesting. I just want to, it's like, oh, perfect. I can talk about it on the Frieren episode.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting. So yeah, beyond that though, yeah, it's still a really solid, it's gorgeous. Oh, by the way, other thing, the music, there was this bit of music in particular when they were fighting Revolt. That was just really good. I want to see if I can see if it's like on like Spotify or something, because it's really, really good. This, again, the music in general is good. Once again, they nailed it with the OP and the ED. The ED is the same artists who did the ED for the first season, but it's a different new song. But yeah, the OP as well. I really love the OP because I like the nature of it. It's just so good. Yeah, the music's really good. The animation looks, again, the art style. Even the art style in just this main show is great. But also you have these art style and like the EDs, this weird like,
it's almost painterly.
Yeah, painterly thing going on. It's really good looking. It just, I really love all that.
Yeah. They just keep hitting it out of the park. It's great.
And now I'm really looking forward to season 3, but that's not coming for another year and a half.
Yikes. Long wait.
Supposedly it's also, that one is going to be 12 episodes and long versus this one's 10 episodes. Yeah, it's also, you understand when you see, once you watched it, it's like you can understand why this was 10 episodes. Because, like, you try to go further. Oh, cool. You have a partially, you just started a new arc and, like, now you have to sit and wait. Versus you have a good, solid finish to the arc plus a tease for the next thing. But you still have to wait. But at least you have a finished arc on you.
Yeah, you're not stuck with a huge cliffhanger. Massive cliffhanger.
Yeah. So I want to point out, again, this was done by Studio Madhouse, which we mentioned last time about, some of the stuff they've done, which have done a lot of amazing looking work. But last time we never actually talked about the VAs. And so, I'm going to mention the 3 mains, which have 2 of which have appeared multiple times recently because of who they're voiced by. So Frieren is played by Atsumi Tanizaki, who played Chise Hattori in The Ancient Magus Bride, Kyoko Igarashi in Cinderella Girls, Kaina Tsutsumi in My Hero Academia, that's Lady Nagant, Anya Forger in Spy Family, and Hikari Fujiyoshi in Tadaima Okairi. And Fern is played by Kana Ichinose, who plays Ichigo in Darling in the Franxx, Tuesday Simmons in Carol and Tuesday, Soletta Mercury in Eric Samaya in Witch from Mercury, Satsuki Koto in Watanare, and Constance Grail in Holy Grail of Eris. Yeah. And Stark is played by Chiaki Kobayashi, who's played Hiroto Kuga in Gundam Build Divers Re-Rise, Alanga Hasagawa in Skate the Infinity, Mash Burn Dead in Mashal, the main character there. Yeah, Yoshiki Tsuchinaka in The Summer Hikaru Died, the main guy who's, freaked out his friend's dead.
Yep.
And now
Not
monster
dead.
thing. Okuto and Nakamura in Ganbare Nakamura-kun, which is upcoming, actually, but I kind of mentioned it because it's the one that people have memed the cover of because it's a yaoi thing where the guy's kind of interested in his, this very male dude who's, his classmate. And Ganbare Nakamura-kun, and people have made a lot of artwork based off that cover. So I just kind of found it notable in that regard. Yeah, again, fantastic continuation. Maybe doesn't, like you said, doesn't quite hit the highs of the first one, but also doesn't quite hit the lows of the first season either. Because there's definitely a couple low points. Particularly, I remember the mage trials or whatever, the thing at the very end of season 1, where it's like, they had to do the basically getting becoming a first class mage. Those trials they had to do. It was initially kind of start off a little rough because it's like, oh, this is not what I was here for. This feels very samey as a lot of other stuff. And then it kind of moved away from that because that was a bit of a low point, but I feel like this never quite hit that same low.
Yeah, but it also didn't hit the same highs.
Either.
There was no really hard hitting emotional points.
I think part of it is just because it's just we've kind of been here already. So.
Exactly, it's one of those you already hit those points.
So
you can't just hit them again.
Moments again.
There were definitely ones. It's just not quite the same.
Yeah, because that was the thing. Season 1 hit you that first episode, when Himel died. That was a real, wham moment.
And then when Heiter died, there was another small one. I won't say small, but that was another point. And all the points of seeing Frieren's melancholy and her realizing things. This one's a little bit lighter on her melancholy and her realizing things, but.
The realization's there, but now there's kind of it's more of her fading
growing
away.
Yeah,
she's,
that's what this is more. It's her getting away from the melancholy and
it's almost
being
genuine
happy.
Yeah, the memories are still, they're still, there, and they're still like, they're still like that. But it's like, yeah, that's kind of happier reaction to it.
Yep.
Like I like that bit where they're actually, I forgot to mention it. It was like the first episode where they're, Stark's carrying her and Fern, and they're running away, and she's like seeing the monster, and she's remembering the same sort of thing happening, and she has this little smile on her face, even though it's like they're in danger, but she's got this little smile on her face, like this wistful smile.
Yeah, because happy memories.
Like,
I remember this. This is basically Frieren's growing. Is what this is what we're seeing in this season, and it's good to see. It really is.
Oh, I also did like the bit with Fern really did not like Method. It's like, you stay away from Frieren.
Yeah.
It's this weird jealousy thing.
Yeah, we've seen that before.
And then the funny thing, we should have asked Method to come with why? We don't need her. It's like, no, because Sane from, he likes older women.
Oh.
No, he's going to be upset when he finds out you took away his chance.
Yeah.
Well, then Frieren's, it doesn't matter. You only need one old woman, me.
Yep. Frieren, yes, you are technically old, but you're also a child.
You're a child. You're simultaneously somehow a child, thanks to elves. Okay, so I think that's it for this one, though. But yeah, again, wonderful anime, and I'm really looking forward to season 3.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
a year and a half.
Maybe we can just skip ahead a year and a half.
If you liked what you heard, you can listen to other episodes at newtoweeboo.libsyn.com. It's spelled Libsyn. If you want to check any of this out, you can subscribe to the RSS feed there and keep subscribing. You can also find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Amazon Podcasts. Search for us and subscribe to us on any of those. And you can also contact us via email, newtoweeboo@gmail.com. If you have any questions, comments, or anime recommendations or whatnot. And of course, you can also follow us on our various social medias, newtoweeboo.libsyn.com/contact. All be listed there. So that's it for our first episode of April. Join us next time. We will be talking about My Hero Academia Vigilantes Season 2.
Yeah, we're catching up on that.
Yep, coming back to that again, because that just finished up too. Yeah, we also want to get that done before the final episode of My Hero Academia, because that's coming next month.
Yes, it is.
Anyway, hope your spring's going decently. Considering,
as best as it possibly can.
Considering,
the world.
Yeah, make sure, keep yourself safe and sane. Stop doom scrolling every once in a while. And we'll see you next time.
See ya.